Yeah, we're ready.
All right, guys, we're back again. Marcus, Daryl, and I'm Bruce. Noah's not here this time, so we get to tell the truth. Anyway, Noah, sorry about that. Anyway, first, before we get started, I want to give a shout out to Cooper Flagg. He became the Rookie of the Year. Isn't that great?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Go
that's
Coop.
awesome. That's
Go
awesome.
Coop. So I got a relative trivia question.
What you got?
How many, and we'll answer it at the end, so think about it. How many Rookie of the Years have the Mavericks had? And who was the first one? So think about that. So now you know there was more than one? Maybe not. Anyway, I also want to shout out to the Kentucky Derby. Very, very significant Kentucky Derby, I think. I think we all saw it. It was exciting. I know some people can say it's cruel. I'm not an expert in that. But this race, you know what they say, the fastest 2 minutes in sports or something like that. You know, it doesn't last that long, but the winning horse and the second place horse, you know, the first place only won by a neck or a head. And they were brothers, both from Puerto Rico, brothers, first and second place. I think that's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty cool.
For sure.
Second place was a favorite. Now, the winner came from behind. Final stretch, last place. There's 19 horses. Passed all of the other 18 and won by what? However length the horse's head is. Not that much. For first place. I think he was something, listen, let me look here. He was like 23 to 1 odds. So he shouldn't have won, but he did. Also significant, the trainer. First female trainer to win the Kentucky Derby ever. You know, I mean, it's one of those boys clubs, right? That you have to be a man, and now she just broke through that ceiling. I mean, you know, some things might need strength or not, but for a trainer, you know, sometimes you look back and like, why did we, I guess times have changed, but, you know, we sure have put barriers for people, don't we? This is one of those barriers. But anyway, she broke through the barrier, got a female to win it. But anyway, it was an exciting race just to see someone come from behind. It's almost like the two brothers must have trained together because they followed the exact same path to get up there. But just the one brother's horse was just this much faster. Incredible. Still about almost 3 seconds slower than the great Secretariat, but still it was a great race.
Secretariat again. I haven't heard you bring that
Secretariat,
up.
yeah, Secretariat. Man, that was something to watch, Secretariat. I know that's back in the Wayback Machine, wasn't it? But I tell you.
No, I catch it on the Wayback channel.
Yeah, well, watch it there, because that may have been the greatest athletic feat ever, what that horse did, you know?
Yeah,
you know? Winning the Triple Crown.
Yeah, not by a human, though, you know, obviously.
Not by a human. Well, you know, I mean, to set 3 world records, or 3 records, and 50 years later, it still holds up. I mean, that's amazing.
Yeah, pretty.
You know, it was amazing. Anyway, whatever. Quite an athlete. But let's go on. I digress. Let's go to the second round of the NBA playoffs. You know, I'd like to say I chose all of them correctly, but I would be lying.
Yeah.
And I think this goes to, Marcus, I think this goes to your point. You said that we really wouldn't have dynasties in the NBA anymore. And I think just the first round kind of solidifies your theory.
Yeah.
Because it just looks like teams that looked like they were unstoppable were stopped by lower seeds. And I think you have a point.
Yeah, I mean, I think that these games, the winning formula today, it's not about, you know, dynasty or how long teams play together. It's really about the chemistry in the moment. I don't even know what that beeping sound is, but it's the chemistry in the moment, right?
At the moment, that's true.
And I think it's also comes down to a couple of other factors. Coaching plays a really, you know, big role. We've seen teams that have had commanding leads and those leads get erased. And I think a lot of times that's because they don't have a coach or at least that leader on the team that's keeping that energy and that synergy together. So I mean, I don't think we're going to see anything we've ever seen in the 80s and 90s, the early 2000s, maybe, you know, that whole dynasty winning 3, 4, 5 out of 7, you know, years, that those days are behind us. I don't think we'll ever witness that again.
Another point you make is, you never know when injuries come about. Like for Celtics, the injuries took them out of it. I mean, they just pop up, don't they? And they can make a difference. But let me go with the game one. We got Thunder versus the Lakers. I'm going with Thunders. I mean, I think you were right, Daryl. You said something about Reeves was coming back. Luka might not. Well, Reeves did come back earlier than I thought, and I heard Luka may not still be ready to go. So I think, I can't see it. I think the Thunders have got it here. What do you guys think?
Yeah, Thunder had this for sure. I think the Lakers, they looked really good against the Rockets, though, didn't they?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, but don't let it deceive you.
I mean, the Rockets could have won. They could have pushed that to a 7-game series.
Yes,
that was,
for sure.
They had the ability to push that. I mean, obviously the game they lost, they had a 7-point lead with 25 seconds left. So I mean, that goes back to my point earlier about inefficient coaching, and I don't believe that coach took that moment seriously enough, and it showed on the court. But I digress. I'm sorry, Darryl. I don't mean to cut you off. Go ahead. Please.
Well, I mean, yeah, you said quite a bit there, man. But this is not about the Rockets, though. So let's shift it back.
I know. I'm just getting wound up, man. You're getting me wound up about these Rockets. I said they're the new Cowboys.
Yeah. Same as the old bad team.
Yeah. So OKC is stacked, but they're stacked with the proper amount of talent that they need to do what they do. I remember the first time I heard an NBA player say that after a big game, and the interviewer came up to him and said, "Hey, what'd y'all do to win?" "Well, we do what we do." And that made no sense to the reporter, but now that's what we're saying. They are doing what they do. That means something to every organization that's doing something special or different within their game plan. So yeah, OKC is a very unique team, very scrappy. I can't call out a single name of anyone on that team where you'll say, other than SGA, where you'll say that's a superstar. It just doesn't exist. There are a bunch of players who know their role. They go out there and they do what they're supposed to do. And if they're in the right place at the right time doing what they're supposed to do, they get the job done.
I couldn't agree with you more, Darryl. It goes back to my point a few moments ago about just kind of chemistry in the moment, right? You just take those, it's like almost playing a guitar. You just got to get those strings all in harmony. And if you have the right role players playing the right role, filling the gaps that are necessary to create that entire, model that's a winning formula, that's really what it is. I mean, it's like, I think about the old days when you would always have like that marquee player, and it was always known who was going to be, it's going to be Jordan and the Bulls or Olajuwon and the Rockets. Like it can change. It's not like that as much. That person that they call out, it can change from month to month. But that's interesting.
When you said that, it made me think. AI is coming on strong, and there are some things that AI I don't feel like can ever replace. And I thought about when you said guitar, it brought it into me. We might have AI develop music, but that heart and soul that a human gives music won't be there. And it's the same when you're saying chemistry. I don't think AI would ever have the chemistry. They may, one team, because if you had the stats down there all the time, there's always one player that'll dominate. But that heart of a champion, I don't think you can necessarily measure it for AI to do. We might still bet on it, but I don't think it has that heart. I think it's more fun to watch people than it is machines.
We may have a coach. We may have a robotic assistant coach. Let's give it a few years and see what happens. But which teams do we want to start with? Are we just starting with a particular series?
Well, we did Thunder Lakers.
Oh, I didn't give my prediction.
Who's your prediction? Thunder or Lakers? I went with Thunder.
I think it's pretty safe to say the Thunder are going to run with this. I mean, does LA have the ability to go and steal a game? Sure, but yeah, I mean, you can see how they played against the Rockets. They definitely showed that they had chinks in the armor. And I think, OKC is definitely going to take advantage of that. They're just a more well-rounded team, and they have the depth. So, let's go with the Thunder.
All right, all three of us Thunder. Timberwolves and Spurs. I think that Timberwolves and Spurs, I was even surprised Spurs lost any to the Trailblazers. I was surprised, but I'm still going with the Spurs. Timberwolves, they beat the Nuggets. I didn't see that either. So, there goes back to your point, Terrell. Marcus, you never really know. But I'm going with the Spurs. What do you guys think?
Spurs all the way.
Man.
And the only game, okay, so Portland got lucky. They won the game when Wemby fell down and bumped his face. Okay. Whatever. Man, Spurs is going to do this.
That's it. That one to me is the one series that I think is going to truly be that dog fight, right? That series has the ability to go 7 games. And I want to say the Spurs because last week or 2 weeks ago, I said I wanted not to say the Rockets, but when I went with the Rockets anyway, just out of proximity and loyalty because that's my team. I'm not doing that this time, damn it. I'm going with the Timberwolves. So I'm going to be the voice of opposition here. Going with the Timberwolves.
Wow, that's big. That's big. We'll see. Then we got Pistons and Cavaliers. I was surprised the Pistons wasn't that a 7-game series? Orlando kind of took it to them more than I thought it would be.
Oh yeah.
Cavaliers, same thing, but 4 versus 5. Pistons versus Cavaliers. I thought you said chinks in the armor. Pistons showed that. I think I'm going to go ahead and go with Cleveland. What do you guys think?
You already Cleveland to the finals.
Okay, well, Daryl, I love the fact that you're staying consistent. Yeah, I'm going Cleveland on that one too.
Wow, good for us. Yeah. And then Knicks versus the 76ers. Of course, I've been picking Knicks mainly because of Jalen Brunson. I'm surprised the Celtics got knocked out of that. I know they had an injury, big injury, but I'm surprised they got knocked out of that. But then it was a 7-game series for the Knicks.
Yep.
So I'm going to go with the Knicks. I'm sticking with the Knicks. What do you guys think?
Well, yeah. I think I don't know because what baffled me about the Boston Celtics losing to the Knicks was that they had a problem at the big man spot. They got Quetta, they got what's his name, Vooch. And neither one of them played up to their potential at all, especially not like they played. Not like Cater played in the regular season. He was really dominant at times, and he just didn't show up in the playoffs at all. Then you move him on to play the Knicks. They lost. But then now, when you think about the Knicks with Cat, what's his name? Cat. Jaleesa said that's my son. He can be one of my kids. What's the boy name? Cat.
I can't think of his name. I know.
Yeah, Kitty. Yeah, Kitty Cat. Yeah, man. Dominant player, man, in the middle. Dominant player. But can he do this against Joel Embiid? Now, I don't know if y'all noticed on social media that Joel Embiid and Cat fight is coming back up again from 6 years ago. I'm like, man, social media messy as hell, dude. Like really, dude, But hey, Cat's kind of grown up a little bit. I don't know.
He's growing up now, though.
Yeah, he's grown up a little bit better. So I can't wait to see what happened, man. But if you look at the overall team, I know the Knicks had a better season, but I think the 76ers, I think they have more, role players. A lot of those guys got a lot of good practice throughout the season. They wouldn't have been playing if it wasn't for their injuries, and they had some major injuries all season long. And now they're in the playoffs, and now they're showing, okay, hey, we're ready to play. As a group, we are ready to play. So with that being said, man, let's go with the 76ers.
Wow.
Yeah.
What about you, Marcus?
Going 76ers. Daryl pretty much just unloaded a lot. I was going to speak a little bit about the injuries too, but yeah, I think the 76ers. If them. I just feel like Philly has the advantage, although I part of me kind of want to see the Knicks make it there. When's the last time the Knicks won a championship? Like in the 70s, right?
Yeah. Wasn't it back there with
it's like 73 or something.
Walt
like
Frazier or something, wasn't it?
It's a long time, man.
Well, I was thinking the same thing with the 76ers.
Can you imagine, I'm just thinking of Spike Lee just being as dedicated as a fan, sitting on that sideline for almost 4 decades and just never able to get, I think what the closest they got is to the finals when they played the Rockets. I think that was it, right? Have they made it back to the finals? Wow.
I think so, yeah.
Man. It's crazy, right? Like,
well, when's the 76ers last make it? I only think of the 76ers with Dr. J. I don't think of them too often.
No, they made it to the finals with AI. The other AI. Didn't they make it to the finals one year? The year he won MVP? I'm pretty sure they made it to the finals. Let me think about that. Didn't the Lakers go up against them or the Spurs? Which I feel like just trying to remember. Man, we gotta do some research on that. Go ahead, Daryl. I see you looking it up. Allen Iverson, has he made it to the finals? I wonder. That should be a great trivia question. But I feel like the year he won MVP, which was like 99. I want to say they went to the finals that year. Let's see what Daryl comes up with when he does his thing. Nope.
1983. Yep, against the Lakers. 1983 versus the Lakers.
Oh, wow. Dang. That's a long time there, man.
Wait. Then it says they made final appearances in 2001.
There you go. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
I could have sworn that he played against Kobe like one of those years. Like I remember, I think that's the year he won MVP. I'm pretty sure that's the year he got MVP. Mm-hmm. When did Allen Iverson get MVP? 2001, right? That same year. Because MVP doesn't always go to the team that goes to that wins the championship. The MVP player, it usually the team will make it at least to the second round, but most likely the third round.
Dirk won MVP that year where they got knocked out of the first round.
It's very rare.
Yeah,
very
2001.
Rare. 2001.
Yeah. Okay, you got that one, Marcus.
Oh yeah. Okay, I knew it was that Kobe era. I just remember he had that chance to get there. But wow, this goes to show you, like you just some players are great.
Okay, so you guys are picking Philly, and I'm picking the Knicks.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, Spike Lee.
Hey, but I ain't gonna lie, man. Jalen Brunson is a baller, man. I like that guy, dude. He balls.
He's definitely a baller.
He just seems to play without complaining. He just bounces. Sometimes he gets knocked down, comes right back up, and goes. I mean, they were showing us. Was it the last game or something? He hurt his shoulder a bit, but he's just out there still shooting and doing his thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's our picks, but I got to answer the trivia question.
What you got?
How many rookies of the year did the Mavericks have? One? What do you think, Marcus?
I'm going 2.
2? Nope. Cooper Flagg is the third. Jason Kidd won one. Luka won one. And now Cooper.
Oh.
I knew Luka. I wasn't thinking Jason Kidd. That's what
Jason Kidd's a hard one. He's back with the 3 J's. I don't know if you remember the 3 J's.
Jamal Mashburn, Jason Kidd, and who was the third one?
I don't remember.
Who was that? Yeah, they had the 3 J's back then.
3 J's back then.
Jamal Mashburn, Jason Kidd.
Mata said that those 3 wasted a year of his life. Those 3 squabbling over the one woman ruined his season.
What?
They had a big controversy. Remember the 3 J's? There was a big marketing thing. They were trying to make that a big deal, the 3 J's. And then 2 of them, Jason Kidd and one of the other J's, was dating the same woman. And they got in a fight and they got in arguments. And they wouldn't play together anymore. And that's how come they got rid of the 3 J's, because they were maybe teammates, but they weren't good friends.
I can't remember who that last one. I mean, now I have to figure it out now.
Jim Jackson.
Jim Jackson.
Jim Jackson.
Yeah, Jim Jackson. All right, God dang. Yep, it's crazy. Never fully clicked due to chemistry issues in industries.
There's that chemistry. Yep, you're right. They had the talent.
It literally says, fun fact, that trio is one of the biggest what ifs in NBA history on paper. They had everything.
They did. All right. Well, you guys, like, share, comment. Also, subscribe. There's a button right over there somewhere. Subscribe. And let us know your picks. What do you think about our picks? Did you guess how many Rookie of the Years the Mavericks had? Should have asked about the Rockets, too, I guess. Do you remember, Daryl, how many Rookie of the Years the Rockets had?
I'm going just one on that, right? Or well, no, maybe let me think about that. Well, it was Ralph Sampson, right? Because I don't think Elijah won. It wasn't Elijah won. Because he came out
Probably
the
was
same.
Ralph Sampson.
But it was Ralph Sampson.
Oh, come on, phone.
Ralph Sampson. I'm just trying to think of who else could have. Well, yeah, Ralph Sampson, just one, right? Maybe Steve Francis.
Sam Cassell?
No. Sam Cassell was a breakout. Nobody was expecting him to be that strong. Because he played behind Kenny Smith for like that for his first year. Like he didn't really like develop into the Sam Cassell that we knew until like maybe season 2.
Yeah, they've had 2.
So it
says Ralph Sampson was unanimous, and then Steve Francis.
Yeah, that's what I said. Steve Francis. Yep.
Yep. Oh, yeah. Steve Francis was a co-winner. He said shared the honor with Elton Brand of the Chicago Bulls. So they only had one. They only had 1.5.
Well, isn't that crazy though? Maybe we should do an episode on just on those players that had all the hype, all the the notoriety. They were supposed to be the next best thing since sliced bread, and then they just fell off. Right?
That would be a good one. That would really be good. And to just compliment it, some of these people that came out of nowhere to be something special, Okay, you guys, now we really are ending this. So like, share, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Deuce.